everybody and welcome to my video, Getting Tidier. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a good week and I hope you're having a good weekend. So I start this video with a quick update as to where you're all from. So thank you so much to all of you that follow my channel, that like, that comment, really very much appreciate it. United Kingdom still hanging on to top spot, 44% of people. Then United States, Australia, Canada, Germany, and then Ireland, France, the Netherlands, Italy is still in the top 10, and then Poland. So my video is me attempting to get back on top of the house. So you know how we've just come back from the northeast. The day that we came back, we literally brought everything into the house, so all the dirty washing, so lots of washing to be done, all the decorating stuff, everything that we took away was brought into the house. And then you know that I couldn't move for that day, so that was the Thursday. Every time I stood up, that really hurt, and I decided that was not worth risking pulling myself, so I literally sat on the sofa all day and didn't do anything. When I looked around and just saw lots and lots that I needed to do. Consequently, that means the lounge is absolutely covered. So about 60% of the lounge is covered with Lego. And then I needed my bag. Just as we went away, I needed to take a particular bag. So I emptied the entire contents on the floor. So I've got all that. It's also got quite a few books that I've been trying to sell, some successfully, some not. So I think I'm going to have to get them to the charity shop. In the dining room, it's completely covered. My dad came round. No, so it was the Wednesday that I couldn't move. The Thursday, my dad came round and we all played some games at the dining room table, and they're all piled up. So I'm really behind on the washing, and the kitchen has slipped back almost to how it used to be. But I do keep thinking to myself, well, the lounge is mostly covered with Lego. So if I chose to, I could just put all the Lego back into the big box, couldn't I? The books I could just give to charity. The stuff that I've poured out of my bag, I could clear up fairly quickly. The dining room, I don't think it would really take that long to get back to how I'd like it. And the big thing that's taking up a lot of space there is all the washing. Because I've slipped back and got quite behind with the washing. That's because there was some washing that needed to be done when we went away. And then I think the only things that were brought back that didn't need to be washed were our swimming clothes. We took our swimming items in case we went to a swimming pool, and we didn't. So everything else just needed to come back and put straight in the wash. I feel like the kitchen, though, has got into such a state again. It really has. I've got so much to do in the kitchen. My husband went out this morning to the supermarket. There was loads of things that needed to be taken out of the fridge. So I said to him, well, if you can, some of this food needs to be put in the bin because it's gone past it, unfortunately. So if you do that, then I'll put all the food that you've bought away. So because we've done so much travelling, I am losing track of what day it is and where I am and what I've got to do next. So Friday, my husband just does a short day generally on Friday, and I take an annual leave from work. And so we decided to book to go swimming. So the pool that we've been before at Great Yarmouth in Norfolk, so Great Yarmouth is on the coast, and you'll see a clip right at the very end of a few places in Great Yarmouth, because I was quite surprised that there was quite a lot open for February half term. So we went to the pool there, had a nice swim, and there's slides as well, so that was good fun for all of us. And then we had our normal treat on a Friday, which we have fish and chips in the evening. Then Saturday we got up quite late, and I wanted to pop into the city in the afternoon because I've got quite a few events that are going to be coming up. So I've got a couple of events, like evening events. Then I've got a garden party in a few months' time, and I've got a wedding. So there are a few reasons that I needed to look at dresses. My husband wanted to go to Waitrose because they sell a particular type of beef sausage that my daughter can have. So he said to her, oh, you can come to Waitrose with me and Mummy can just go and have a look at the clothes. Because she's not that keen on looking round the clothes that with me. She wants to look at her clothes or look at toys, etc., etc. But she said no. She wanted to look round the clothes with me. And I said, are you sure? Because it's not going to be much fun. She said, no, 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 I want to come with you. So I was really pleased because I went to Gerald, which is an independent department store in Norwich. So those of you that are in Norfolk will know Gerald, I'm sure. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be great if I could just get a dress from here? And there were several. There were several that fitted me, several that kind of the right shape for how I kind of wear. I'm not good with buttons all the way down. That's not kind of a good fit for me. So I tried on a few and there were a few to choose from. I also tried on a couple of like fascinators and was looking at some different bags. I didn't in the end get a fascinator or a bag to go with the outfit, but then I went round the corner and found some shoes which are perfect. But unfortunately the shoes were damaged and I didn't want to pay for shoes that had got kind of any damage before I'd even worn them. Somebody had tried to undo the buckle, and because of that I then tried to undo the buckle and actually it was just a clip. So the buckle didn't need to be undone. So she's ordered some. She said there'll be some in the warehouse, so she's ordered them. And I'm just got to hope that they're going to be ready for next week, because I need them ready for next week, so we'll see. My daughter also over the last few days has been checking what homework she's got. She hasn't really had that much. She had to do a piece of Latin homework. She did a piece of biology homework. She's got a test to revise for, so she needs to do a little bit more of that tomorrow. And where you saw her a little while ago, she was standing in the corner of the kitchen, she was doing her Latin. She had to create or draw a picture of herself and then she had to write some words about herself. So something about her, something to compare herself to someone else or the other group. They had the proper grammatical words. And then she had to do some adjectives about herself, etc., etc. And then I also wanted to show you, some of you might have already seen this, but the unboxing of Henry Hoover. Now, as you know, I don't agree with any sort of paid sponsorship at the moment. I can't see that I would ever do that, even if my channel got significantly bigger, because I always feel that if you get any sort of paid sponsorship, you have to you can't have completely an honest view. If a Hoover is being given to you, you can't be completely honest, I don't feel. So I decided to buy Henry. Now, the reason why I bought him is because I do work in different houses and then I end up using my own Dyson Hoover. For example, this house has very clearly had a cat live here. I don't really want my own Hoover filled with cat hair or brick rubble. So I decided to buy Henry. The place told me there was one that was about £40. Henry was about 140. And I asked about how good they were. And he said, oh no, Henry's significantly better. My mum's got a Henry Hoover. Henry is used in lots of different schools. And he's made in Great Britain. I don't know whether you can buy him abroad in Europe or America. But my goodness, he's fantastic. He's got up dust, mess, muck, brick rubble, brick dust. Really, really, really good. I've been told that although you have to buy bags for Henry, that the one bag can last ages. The lady in the shop had got one and said that she's had her Henry Hoover for about 6 years and only used about 5 bags. So of course with me, I will empty this bag out because it's been used for brick rubble and all this mess and muck from someone else's house. Lots and lots and lots of cat fur. I don't think they had hoovered the house for quite some time before selling it. But you can use it without the attachment and also with the attachment. So you can see I had a bit of a challenge. I'd done the attachment wrong when you watch on the video. And then you'll see me using Henry without the main sort of longer attachments. And he's really, really powerful. I'm very, very impressed. So what you couldn't see very well in terms of what I was doing there was plaster all over the floor, and Henry was getting all the plaster dust and rubbish off the carpets. And like I said before on my other channel, I do believe that when you're still having workmen come into the house, if the house carpet is absolutely filthy, covered with brick rubble, plaster, paint, rubbish, they will continue to add to that. Whereas if it looks quite clean and tidy, they are generally more respectful. The same things happened to the first house that we ever bought. I was having, before we moved in, before we'd got married, I was having some electrical work done. And because a couple of people had gone in and they drilled all these holes and there was dust all over the floor, people just decided to add to it. And it got worse and worse and worse. So you can see in the hall at the moment, quite a few things piled up. Most of the things are from our weekend away, apart from 2 big bags that I need to take to the charity shop. So I'm pleased that I've got another 2 bags ready, but obviously it does seem to be a bit of a permanent fixture in my hall, doesn't it? Charity bags. I should find somewhere else to put them, really. Henry is sitting there as well. What my plan is, I've done several videos where I've got everything out of my understairs cupboard, but the time is to be more ruthless with those things that I have under there, and I don't think I necessarily need to store a World War II army jacket and roller skates that I'm never going to wear, etc., etc., under there. And then Henry will be able to go under the cupboard. That's what I'm thinking at the moment, or possibly in the shed. But you see, I might use Henry at the end of the season, and I'm not having any more open fires. I might use Henry for my own open fire. So then you can see the muddle that is the washing. So I don't know whether you all have this, that if you get behind it a couple of washers, and my goodness, it all is piled up. I got some lovely flowers for Valentine's that my husband got me, but then of course we went away, so I didn't really get to enjoy them. So you'll see me in a minute going through them all, taking the leaves off the bottom of the stalks and getting rid of a couple of the flowers that have already died, and then making the rest of them look a nice display. And I was in such a hurry a few days ago, in an effort just to get some things dried, I just grabbed loads of things and piled them on the top of my linen horse, if you see there, which, yes, I got them out to dry, but the problem, of course, is they haven't dried as quickly as they would have if I had just held them put them out properly. I noticed that T-shirt of my husband's, which is one of his favourites, it's got a stain on it. So I'll speak to him about that, because I don't want him, if I put that in his pile, he'll, as soon as it's been washed, he'll straight away put that on. He doesn't tend to go to any of the T-shirts at the bottom of the pile. He'll just go to the ones that are on the top of the pile, and that has got quite a bad stain on. So okay round the house, okay for decorating, but not okay to go out with. So I'm decided to fill in all the linen basket. My daughter went and got that for me. She has been helping me with quite a few different jobs. I have realised that she doesn't necessarily see what needs to be done. She needs to be asked. And whatever I do, she's more than happy to help, which is really, really good. And then we've got one more day before back to school, back to work. So I'll have Monday off. I'll probably do some shopping first thing in the morning, some food shopping. And then in the afternoon, I'm hoping to spend half my time in the house and half the time in the garden. And because I'm desperate to get out in the garden, as long as it's not raining, I'm going to be really strict. I'm going to have a short lunch. I'm going to time myself in the house, get as much done as possible, so I can then get outside and really start focusing on my individual areas. So if you don't already follow me on Emma's Life in Norfolk, please do look me up. It's a very small channel, even smaller than this small channel. But please find me. I tend to do videos on my garden and other things that I do in my spare time. So you can see, here's a clip, you can see my washing piled up. All the kitchen things are piled up. It does make me feel a little bit disappointed, but I do keep thinking of some of your words, how you've all told me, well, you'll get back on top of it quicker than what you used to. So don't let it make you feel fed up. You've got to keep on going. Got lots of washing to put away as well, which you know is my least favourite job. The two things that I despise are putting washing away and putting the food shopping away. So then on Tuesday, I'm delivering a workshop. I've not delivered this particular business workshop for probably about 6 months. So I just need to check all the materials. There's a few things that I want to add to them. So I need to do that work obviously prior to Tuesday. So I might do that Monday evening. Or have a little look Monday afternoon perhaps. Then Tuesday afternoon I've got a few different meetings. I'm working all day Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. My daughter has got a parents' evening, so I'll be going into school and hearing how she's getting on. And me and my husband are actually going out in one of the evenings, which will be nice. So I'll get to wear one of my new dresses. So it's all going to be a bit of a rush, but we haven't got much. I'm glad I've trying to completely keep Monday clear, and we've not got anything planned for next weekend, so that will be good. So just really trying to take any opportunity I can just to try and get back on top of where the house had got to, because I do feel like it's slipping. This whole thing, the Lego, is really starting to bother me. I feel like I've taken on a too big a task, and although I've split all the different colours into different containers with my husband and daughter's help, it's still like when you want to quickly tidy up the lounge, where do you put all the containers? Goodness me. I was saying to my husband, my godsons absolutely loved Lego, and they had loads and loads of Star Wars Lego. So these are my godsons, like a family friend's children, as opposed to my other godsons that I have talked about before. And one of their aunts said to their mum, if you give me all the Lego and all the boxes, I'll take it back home and I'll make all the sets, I'll build them all, I'll box everything up and I'll sell them for you on eBay. And I said to my husband, I don't think they realised what a big job that was and how generous and kind it was. This aunt hasn't got any children of her own, but she works full time. So to take on all that is, they probably didn't realise how long that actually took her. I mean, this is going to take us ages. But I do think it will help if I get rid of some more of the books, because that will create more space. But you can see now here on the video why I'm feeling like the kitchen's all got into a bit of a muddle. And there's still all this washing on the floor, which I'd stopped doing, hadn't I? I just started putting things in the linen basket in front of the washing machine, putting things away gradually. But I've got to tell myself that you've got to do things quite a few times before they become a habit, haven't you? And also, whenever you come back from a trip away, there's always stuff that needs to be sorted in the house. And then also, because I couldn't really move much for a day, then I lost a whole day of being able to sort things out when we came back. So this video is a little bit shorter than normal, just because I just have not had a chance to do so much in the house. So please do forgive me. I hope you've all had a good week and hope you've had a lovely weekend. Please have a look at my garden video on my other channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for your ongoing support and encouragement, for your tips and advice, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!